Hey everybody, this is going to be our first unboxing video. We just got the new Mavic Air 2 drone in, the Fly More combo, and we're going to unbox it and see what we've got in there. It's going to replace our old DJI Spark, which we really liked, and we got a lot of good videos with it. But this is a little step up toward a little more professional drone. There's quite a few differences in between the two drones. The flight time for the Spark was about 16 minutes, and we'd normally get about 12 minutes out of it. The flight time on the Mavic Air 2 is supposed to be about 34 minutes. We'll see how accurate that is, but we're expecting about 28 to 30 minutes flight time per battery on that. The cameras, the difference in the cameras are the Spark was 12 megapixel camera and the Mavic Air 2 is a 48 megapixel camera. It has a bigger sensor, so it's better in all different kinds of light conditions. The ISO is adjustable on the Mavic Air 2 from 100 to 6400. That's about 4 times, I believe, what the Spark was. The Spark would record video in 1080p, and the Mavic Air 2 does 4K at 30 frames per second. The Spark has a Wi-Fi connection, which isn't that good. We've had a lot of problems up here in Alaska, and sometimes you can't even take off in some of the areas we're at because there's not a good enough signal. But the Mavic Air 2 has the OcuSync 2.0. The Spark, the farthest we've had it is about 500 meters, and then it starts cutting out and you start getting the black screen on your camera. With the Mavic Air 2, we hear that you can go 4,000 to 5,000 meters before you start having any transmission issues, so huge difference there. The Mavic Air 2 has a whole bunch of different video settings that we're real excited to check out. Focus track, 8K hyperlapse, and quick shots. There's a whole bunch of them. We're not going to get too in depth with any of that stuff and nerd out too much on any of that in this video, but if we choose to make some follow-up videos and show some of those features, then we'll do one of those videos. So let's get into it. Let's check it out. As always with DJI, I was really impressed by the quality of the case and the packaging. The zippers were made really well, and everything fit in there just perfect. The controller was impressively built. Great quality. I couldn't be happier with that purchase. On the front, it's got a USB port, an SD port, and an HDMI port. All the buttons and knobs on the controller feel very well built. Conveniently located in the back, there's an area for the little joysticks. On the bottom, you have the USB-C port for charging. The sides and the back of the controller have a really nice feeling rubberized grip, easy to hold on to. The rest of the packaging, you have extra batteries, all the cables and cords for charging. Batteries are definitely bulkier than the Sparks, but they last over twice as long, so it's definitely worth it. In the packaging, it comes with 2 extra joysticks. Here are 3 ND filters that the package comes with. A 16, 64, and a 256. We'll see how useful those become. This just looks like a single charging port for 1 battery. I don't really see the use for that, but we'll see. Here's the included triple charger. The only downside to this is it only charges 1 battery at a time, just like the Sparks. The folding legs all feel really well built. I was really surprised at the quality of the blades. I couldn't figure out, I guess maybe because they're ultra lightweight, but it just seems like the edges weren't real smooth on them, and you could kind of rub the ends off with your fingers. So we'll see how those hold up. If you're not real familiar with DJI blades, they're color coded. So you have the white circles will go on the white motors. And the black blades will go on the black motors. You just have to push them down a little bit and then turn the little top of the motor and it'll spin right on. One downside I've seen is on past DJI products like the Spark, you could not mount the wrong blade on the wrong motor. Now on the Mavic Air 2, you can mount the wrong blade on the wrong motor. After they click in, just make sure you give them a nice little spin and make sure they're locked and secured tight. For size comparisons, here's the old Spark. The actual drone is smaller, but the legs don't fold, so the actual footprint is close to the same size. The battery is quite a bit bigger, about double the size again, but again, it's double the flight time, so worth it. The old controller packs up quite a bit smaller and it's easier to pack around. The big one, you got to worry about the screen getting scratched, but just like your phone connected to the other one, you have to deal with the same stuff, I guess. The old controller had these little range extenders. I think they worked a little bit. It was hard to tell. I would have spent the money. I think I spent $15 or $20 on them. I'd spend that again for sure. The Dji Case that comes with the Fly More pack is definitely worth it. It's again, it's got great build quality. The stitching all looks nice, and the zippers work really well, and it packs and fits in there perfectly. I would definitely go with the Fly More package. Like always, if you enjoyed the video, like and throw a comment in there. If you'd like to see another video with some of the features and I guess some of the videos that we have, then leave a comment. I'll leave some of the specs after this.